And we're back after a little bit of time. Not much at all. Just a couple fucking months. All good. All good. Was it a couple months or was it just a couple days? Felt like just a couple days to me. Months? Christmas. Time's going by fast and it's also going by slow.
The days are long and the years are fast, they say.
Move your camera a little bit over here just to center you up a little bit better there. You're kind of off to the what looks like to be the left to me. There you go. That's good. That's good. That's better. This ring light keeps popping on and off. Like I have to be here. I have to like stay here.
Probably doing like facial recognition or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean you can see my fucking face from back here and it's not staying on for me back here. But now it is, but it's not always doing it. So I don't know what that's about, but I guess maybe if I go any further back than this, it doesn't want to. You know what? I think I'm going to bring this just a little bit closer like that.
Yeah, dude, we've been trying to, and obviously this is for fun, so who cares? But
yeah,
trying to figure out all the equipment and then run into situations where equipment or software or whatever is not working. So it's just been a trial and error process, and we'll continue to do so until we get things completely pegged down. Got a new camera, got to get that rolling. A couple more things that need to add to that. But yeah, continual work in progress. But yeah, shit, it's been 3 months, and we're almost in April of 2026, the year 2026.
Oh, year of your Lord,
Yeah,
2026.
Like, fucking, that's like when Blade Runner was supposed to be doing it or something.
Yeah, we're supposed to be flying around in cars, dude, 100%. But that's I'm sure that's happening somewhere on some army base somewhere. They're testing that some weird fucking shit. But
Maybe.
and I've seen the drones. Like they got you got like basically a drone where you can sit in and fucking fly around. I mean should just have a bunch of those for people essentially.
Yeah, but they can't. Sometimes you can't. The G-force and like the movements and stuff, you can't have people in there.
Well, sure, people are gonna wreck those fucking things no matter what. You put people up in the sky.
Well, not just that, just people. When they're going like real fast and switching directions and stuff, people it'll like liquefy you and shit, like kill you.
No, I'm not talking about that fast. Like just with like there's drones. There's like little mini planes, but they got like fucking 12 propellers. They look like mini drones, and they're just single man.
Yeah, you could say okay, yeah. No, I've seen those.
You can't go super
they're trying
high
to
with them.
Commercialize that where like you can like take a ride in LA on those things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's fucking a lot faster.
Drone, Uber drone.
Sure.
People are gonna have no jobs, right? I mean, that's where we're headed. I mean, that's
pretty much. Yeah.
Not gonna be there's not gonna be anything. Like when I game it out of my head, like what couldn't a robot and AI do? And then you're like, I don't think there's not anything.
No. Yeah, it's not. Like we talked before, it's not gonna be good. That's for sure. So.
I know. I think they're kind of full of shit right now because the thing can't even fucking get my spell check right. It's not. I'm not worried about it taking it's not taking my job anytime soon.
No.
But it's definitely coming. I mean, for sure, definitely coming. But until it can like.
No, I don't know everything. I ask Chad or the system, the mainframe, the AI. I asked it questions all the time. And it's like there's many times where it's not giving me the right answer.
Yeah, and then you got to check it and be like, dude, no, this. And it's like, you're right. It's
like what? Whoa,
why didn't you say that the first time?
Yeah, we've got a problem.
But,
we've got a
weirdo.
big problem if I'm right a majority of the time over here or whatever. So.
Yeah. No, they're good little like tools right now. But yeah, I'm just saying, like spell check. When I'm trying to text somebody, like how annoying is that fucking thing? I mean, it's just constantly changing words to stuff that I don't want. Doesn't even make sense half the time. Where it's like, I know what I typed. I typed it that way for a reason. Like, don't change the fucking word to some other, that's not what I'm trying to type because it doesn't understand slang and shit.
Right.
So then next thing you know, you look down, you're like, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Every time this thing fucking changed my words.
Every time I say minutes, it gives me monkeys.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Stupid shit like that.
I'll be there in 12 monkeys, instead of 12 minutes. I like it, but.
Great movie.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, 12 monkeys is a good movie.
So like I said, until it figures that out, like I'm not too worried about it.
We can just try, baby.
If it's clicky we checked it all and everything's good. So
if it's clicky,
you're
it'll
gonna
be a
have to fucking
quickie,
deal
dude.
with it.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Nah, it's gonna be all good. What's up, everybody? Quick hiatus. We're back. We're back.
It took like a summer vacay, but it was like a winter
I
vacay.
bet motherfuckers thought we was done. I bet motherfuckers was counting us out. It was like, oh, they did 4 episodes. They found out they're no good and they're done.
No, we're
Incorrect. We're fucking amazing.
We're gonna be no good for 100 episodes.
No, we're fucking amazing, dude. Fucking awesome is what the consensus came through. The consensus came through and said these 2 dudes we need more from these 2 guys.
Yeah.
And here we are. So, you know.
Well, like I was saying, I don't know how we're gonna clip it up, but before in our test run, there's just a lot of moving parts, and we're just 2 normal folks. So
Just 2 normal dudes
Got
trying to figure it
more
out.
equipment
dude.
coming. Hopefully, the software's better.
Yeah, no, you don't have to make excuses for these motherfuckers. Listen, dude, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and that's just how it
Yeah.
is. We're trying to feel our way through it. This is something we want to do, so we're going to try to do it, but it's like life gets in the way sometimes, and we got a bunch of equipment we have no fucking clue how to use. Just got a brand new camera, don't know how to turn it on. But hey, pretty soon.
Yeah, it maybe $1,000 more, I can figure out how to turn it on. I think I'm close. I think I'm close. Another $500 for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, that's what it's about too. That's what you don't realize when you start buying equipment. It's like, oh, you bought not enough equipment.
Yeah,
know?
you got
It's
the
like,
thing.
need
Now
more
you need
equipment.
this, and that to
Yeah, you
make the
fucking
thing
idiot.
work.
Gosh, Lee,
You
what?
need cords and
Yeah.
somewhere to put
Yeah.
the thing and somewhere to charge the thing.
Well, that's why I'm holding my mic this time. It's like, that goddamn arm's pissing me off, and it's like this, that, and the other. Look, we're going to start doing some things a little different, figuring this goddamn thing out. One thing is going to happen for sure. We're going to figure this out.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Layers of paint we talked about.
Oh,
Hopefully, I'm more worried about the audio. This is the last couple times we actually recorded a couple that we didn't even do anything with because we can't get the.
Oh yeah, we got an hour and a half Christmas special for you guys. That remember, not the Christmas special, but the one after the Christmas special by the bookcase special for you guys.
Yeah.
Right in front of Jeff's bookcase, he works super fucking hard on. We're trying to show it off to the goddamn world, and then what happens? Audio's clicky as shit, and we had some good conversation during that hour and a half of our lives that we spent recording. And maybe at some point we'll be able to, with AI and whatnot, we'll be able to clean up that audio.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it sounds
hopefully
fucking
this
awful.
is the next jumping off point. We can get something out weekly or bi-weekly, whatever the.
Yeah, whatever we feel.
I'm in the middle of soccer season, brother. So I am like
Here's the deal. Whatever we feel, we're giving the people what they want.
coming and going.
The whole 20 or 25 individuals that like to listen to this show, and we appreciate those individuals. We're giving them what they want. Here's an extra episode. Here's us chatting. Here's us talking about all the important shit that you guys care about, okay? Anyways.
Yeah. Important. I don't know if we got anything important to say.
Yeah, no, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. But it's bullshit. It's fun bullshit. I like for it to be fun. I got some fun shit to tell you about flips. Obviously, flips have been a big part of our 3 months. I'd say.
Yeah, we haven't been recording. Well, we did, but we've been getting busy other places.
Oh golly, we could sit on here another fucking 16 hours and talk about just all the flips that we've done, all the wins.
I've been finding some gems.
Oh my god, me too. Unreal. Yeah, no, you've been doing tremendous. I've been super impressed with your output of sourcing and like flipping the stuff, like especially from early on. Like you can see the growth. Like early on, you was getting stuff, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And it's not selling. And then now you're getting shit. I'm like, "Oh, this is cool," and it's selling. So and you're making money off of it. So it's just about growth, dude.
Yep, figuring it out.
But no, that's oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess we'll just jump right into this quick because it just happened yesterday with the Fleer pack. Actually, I got the Fleer pack. I want to go grab it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, it's right over there.
Oh yeah, I gotta show the people, dude. So of mini flips, one of many of my flips that I recently got was this 86 wax pack Fleer 1986 basketball. Anyone that's familiar with anything, 1986, big year for basketball.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah, a little individual called Michael Jeffrey came into the league, and you might not have known it in 86 or 87 or even 88 or 89 or 90, but by 91, you certainly knew what the hell was happening. And then for every year after that, we knew. So anyways, get this wax pack, got it for a great deal, $300, right? These typically go for $500 to $700. If you can see a Jordan on the back, thousands of dollars.
Usually, if somebody's got one and they're getting 300 and they're not even trying to get 5, 6, 7, then you've got.
So that's red flag
Something
number
going
one.
on.
Red flag number one is you know the market value on something like this. People don't budge on stuff like this. This isn't stuff you just get for half off. Doesn't happen. So the $300 price tag tells you
How
red
much
flag.
if you pulled the rookie Jordan out? How much is it?
Oh, it depends on the grade, but if you're pulling it out of the pack, you're expecting a high grade. So you're expecting probably like an 8 or above, and I think an 8.5. I know an 8.5 BGS just sold for 15 grand recently.
And even if it's like off center and you get a 5 or something, you're still banking,
thousands and thousands of dollars.
So that's why people pay, and that's why people go to the lengths to do what they did to yours.
Yeah, so anyways, if you guys look at this, and it's hard to see, but if you can look at the seal, if you look in this upper corner right here, you can see that the seal is compromised. And if you were to take this out and you guys were to be able to feel the back of this like I let you feel earlier, you can tell that the wax paper, it has some type of adhesive on it. So anyways, long story short, bought this from this individual. $300. Like I said, doesn't even matter about the money. Bought it goods and service.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the money in the sense of yes, no. The $300 very much matters. I've been got before, and this is gambling. What we do, reselling. A lot of it's gambling. Obviously, we know market prices, and the more you do this,
Well,
obviously,
especially buying things sight unseen, like which I do a lot off Marketplace or on like online estate sales.
yes,
And then you get there and you're like, that's not what that was supposed to look like.
yeah. So when you're purchasing offline and you don't get to see it in person, obviously you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk, and you're really basing it upon the seller, right? That seller rating and how much you trust that individual. But even to this day and age, until you get it in your hand, you don't fucking know. You just don't know. So I took a gamble, rolled the dice, got it, instantly knew that it was resealed. I did pay with goods and services, as I do with any transaction nowadays. Unless I'm meeting you in person and getting the item in my hand, I'll give you friends and family, no problem. But if you're shipping me something, it's goods and services, or we don't do the transaction. Most scammers don't care about that anymore. Right. Most scammers will set up a brand new account. They'll get the goods and services transaction because typically they'll still get access to the funds, and then once I do what I'm doing now, I file the dispute, and that all goes through. They just get a different account. They'll close their checking account. They'll close out the bank account. They'll close out the Venmo, the whole thing. So, anyways, I filed a dispute. Said, it was resealed. I also reviewed the individual, Steven, can't remember his last name, Steven Dickhead is what we'll call him.
Yeah.
Because he's a total asshole. But I reviewed him, told him that he was selling resealed packs. He's a chump. I didn't say that. I kept it pretty professional. He initially reached out to me and said, hey, you can, send it back. I'll refund you. I said, great. Instantly canceled out that message. Comes and messages me back from a different profile. I guess he starts a different Steven whoever profile and says, oh, you want to slander me? Oh, well, it's on now. I got your address. And comments on one of my photos that says, hey, is this Drew Courtney at such and such address? So I had to block him and I had to, take it down and whatnot. But this jackass thinks that he's going to bully me. I guess cyberbully is what you would call it.
To get his fake pack back?
To get the fake pack back, or we're talking about $300 here. He's from Maine. I said, listen here, Nate. Be more than happy for you to come on down. Steven, sorry, Nate was the other guy I dealt with. Steven, I said, you can come on down to Missouri, dude. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be, and you're not coming to my house for $300. But here's...
Yeah, he's going to spend $1,000 in travel to do what?
You know how hot gas is right now, dude?
Why doesn't he just buy another one that's opened and reseal it?
Oh, he has a shit ton of them, Jeff.
Yeah.
He has a box full of these because he's fucking probably found somebody with them and it's reselling, whatever.
Yeah, but
he's
you
doing.
commented and messed up his gravy train, though. If people start seeing that comment, they'll be like, oh,
that's
well,
what he's mad about.
Yeah.
That's right, and that's fine. But here's the deal. And here's where the old lady was right. I'm not scared to say when she's right, she's right. She said, Drew, I don't want you, you buy and you sell a lot. And when you sell something and you ship something to somebody, our address is on that package. When you buy something from somebody, you have to give our address out. Our address is on that package. she's like, I don't want people having our address. And I'm like, well, you gotta do it this way.
I've-
Because this, that, and the other.
I've thought about that multiple times with mine, where I'm like, I'm doing enough that I'm gonna have to get a PO box or something.
Yes. So so after what happened yesterday, and this dude trying to be a smart guy, and here's the deal: like, I do welcome him to come to my house, but obviously I don't because I have a family and I got a kiddo. But like, if he was to be that stupid, I'll kill him. But I don't want to go that route, so I should get a PO box. And as much business as I'm doing online and doing this stuff, I don't want
Right.
I don't want people having my address.
I'm
either.
having, like-
that makes perfect fucking
I'm
sense.
like
She was right.
200,
I'm an idiot.
200 orders a month
Yeah, no, 100%.
of randos.
And anyone could just be fucking crazy, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
everybody is fucking sane.
No.
So they just get something.
Have
that's
you
broke.
gotten messages on there? Some people are
Well, here's the
insane.
deal.
You got to block buyers on your eBay sometimes because they're Looney Tunes.
Well, here's the deal. I haven't really had a lot of bad experience, especially on Marketplace, since I've been off of eBay and I'm just on Marketplace and dealing with the groups and working those angles. I haven't had any bad action or bad happenings. This has been one of the first, and especially somebody trying to like actually message me and
Yeah.
be like,
Tough guy.
like that. I'm like, I didn't fall victim to it, but I'm like, I really bad wanted to tell him, like, dude, I know some pretty dumb people that jail doesn't bother them at all. So it's like, it's not going to be me because I actually care about a lot of different things and I have a lot of things going for me in my life. So I'm not
Did
going to
you-
show up at
did
your
you
house,
get on
but I
his-
know people that will.
Did you get on his profile and see, is this like a family man or what are we talking about?
He doesn't have much. He's a scammer, so he doesn't have anything on his page. He's got like a cartoon photo.
I saw some dude post on
No
the
photos,
scammers
you know?
page the other day, just an absolute thesis about this guy that scammed him and walked how he like found out this guy's real name and where he lived and all this stuff, and then was like, this guy is a teacher at a school, and I mean, you never know in what form these people are going to come in. They could be just a teacher or a family man or whatever.
Yeah, you never
I know the one guy that got us.
They're on all Jimmy Geese.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one guy that got us for the couple grand. He had kids and
He was
and,
he
like,
was
they're
a,
just
he had a
normal-
different name. He had a family. Yeah, he was and
by all accounts scamming a ton of people.
scamming a ton of people. So yeah, man. So anyways, we do this. So I know what I'm doing. I knew the red flags were there. I was hoping that this would be real, and it is real. Because there's real 1986 Fleer cards in here, but I'm gonna tell you what.
And 1986 gum.
Yeah, and the gum is still there as well, intact. So that's one thing to look for with these packs. If the gum is broken, a lot of times now it is from '86, so
Yeah, and it's on the front. It could take a bump.
there are situations where the gum will break, but a lot of times, I guess apparently, you'll see broken gum in resealed packs. So that's one thing to
Makes
look
sense.
for. So anyways. Total bust. Hopefully we'll be able to like open these. I'll open these on the pod if I get my money back from Venmo and this guy doesn't ever hit Venmo back. I'll get to keep these and we'll pop them open. We'll to see what's in.
But that's the thing is like
maybe there's a Jordan in there. Like you said, maybe it's not resealed. It's fucking Jordan in there.
a lot of times
It's resealed.
when you're buying unknowns,
It's
you're trying to
definitely
keep it as low as possible as far as your investment because you could get blown up like that very easily. Or there's stuff that
Yeah.
I'm getting into a new genre or new niche and I'm not educated on it, so it's like I think I have something, but as you learn more about it, you realize, oh, well, this isn't what I thought it was.
Yep.
This thing actually needs this piece and this piece, and I didn't have it.
Yeah. Well, that's how you learn. You get
But-
burnt and you learn.
Yeah, you got to get burnt though. Like
Yeah.
you got to take a plunge on something and be like, I just spent $50 on this thing because I thought I was gonna make 300, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make my 50 back. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make 40. And it's like, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I've had some wins just fishing stuff out of the basements and closets, and I've not been lucky. I want to say lucky.
Tell them about the hat, dude. The Drew Pearson hat, dude.
Well, that's
how
what-
dope was that?
That
was sick,
I
dude.
have not had. I've had to eat multiple costs on trying to do the angle that you've been doing with marketplace and things like that. It's tough to get quality, and it's tough to find people that don't know what they got technically or willing to budge on things or whatever. And there's been multiple times over the last few months that I go to pick something up and I'm like, damn, dude. Or I pick it up and I get it home and then realize, damn, this isn't what I thought.
Yeah.
So I've had much more luck being in person at these estate sales. Yard sale season's starting, so hopefully I'll get out there. The last couple weeks been rough. There just hasn't been anything out there. But yeah, I was in we had the Grateful Dead shirt that I
Oh.
fished out of the closet.
That's another win. I wish you still had that because I'd probably buy it.
$3. Sold it for I gave the guy a deal for $125. I had it listed for $200. But then
Say that again. $3 to $120.
yeah.
Easy $120.
Oh, easily. I could have, if I wanted to hold it a little bit longer, I could have sold it for close to $200.
Yeah.
And then the hat, I was over in New City a couple weeks ago. I was down in the basement. It was kind of an old, dingy, musty, concrete old city basement.
Yeah.
And was down there once. And this is what's crazy about stuff like this is you can take a couple trips around a room and not see stuff.
Yeah.
And then go back down there and be like, what's this? And that's exactly what happened. I went through. She had a bunch of Build-A-Bear stuff, so I was kind of fixated on that. Because I know that can go. And
yeah.
it was all like from the store, fresh with tags and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a bunch of Build-A-Bear, like the skins, but no stuffing. So she had like Pokemon ones. And so I'm like, if I can get this stuff for $1 or $2 a piece, if I just buy this whole table up,
Yeah.
there's money to be made here because a lot of stuff you can sell 20, 30, $40 a pop. So I kind of get an assessment of what they got and take a trip around the room. I'm digging through nasty yellow T-shirts trying to find an old, another Grateful Dead, or a Rolling Stone one that I found at another sale. So I'm kind of fixated on some other things. I don't find anything. I go upstairs to haggle with them about the Build-A-Bear, and they're not wanting to play ball. Everything else is way overpriced in the house. I can't find anything that's not dirty or
Yeah.
$10 over eBay pricing.
Just one of those houses like that you just don't want to be in. You're not going to get a deal in.
Yeah.
Everything's crossed
So I
off
go
to-
back downstairs because there was one outfit on the Build-A-Bear thing that was like discontinued that
Yeah.
I for sure could get $35 for.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go down there and grab that thing. So I walk down and I'm scanning the room as I head over, and there sits first an Undertaker WWF sport bottle that was dirty, but it was like in really good condition. I'm
Yeah.
like, this has got to be something. $20, $25 bill.
For sure.
So I tossed that in the bag, $1. At
Yeah.
this point, I'm just like, I'm here. Let's try to make $100.
Yeah.
So I tossed that in the bag, and then an old Michigan hat that was like covered in like dust and cobwebs on one side. It was just sitting right next to it on this table. Again, I knew that those.
Covered with dust and cobwebs. Fucking crusty ass hat.
The thing is, the hat was in good. The bill had never been bent. Like I don't think the hat had ever been worn. To be honest with you.
Well, it was crusty. You showed me a picture of it. It was fucking crusty.
But the outside, it had been sitting around.
Yeah.
But the hat itself, like once I cleaned it up, was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But it was just neglected, but not like nasty. I've put hats with like sweat rings, and this looked like, I said, the bill had never been creased. But again, I didn't know exactly what it was. I just knew that any of those shark tooth, electric, lightning bolt, any of that 90s over the top, and this one was the jagged edge one, that it's like, you grab those, it's $1, I'll figure it out later. And then we went to lunch, so I paid $15 for like the Build-A-Bear thing and a couple dollar items. And then we go to lunch, and I'm sitting there as we're waiting on our burger. I'm like, I'm going to check on that Michigan hat because I knew it was one of those 90s ones that
For sure.
could have a market.
Yeah.
March Madness is coming in. And the last one sold for $178, and there was only one listed for $300.
Not $1.78. $178.
Yeah, I just pulled this thing out of a basement for $1.
Boom.
So I'm like, well,
That's what you do it
I'm
for,
like, I want to get it
baby.
home and get it clean. So
Woo!
afterwards, got it home, wiped it all down clean. I'm like, this is a nice hat. Took a couple pictures of it, was getting offers within minutes.
Ugh.
And then by the morning, somebody offered $180. I listed it for $225 just because I'm like,
So you had the newest, highest comp?
yeah.
So you set the new high comp?
Yeah,
on it.
I guess.
Beautiful. I love doing that, dude. I've done that a number of times.
Oh, the guy
dude,
that's
on
got the
items.
300 is probably like, sweet.
Fuck
you
yeah.
know?
Because it's,
He's
just,
controlling the market now.
Yep.
But all I had to do was come under him, and I'm cool. I got $1 in it.
Right.
So I'm like, I'll put this up for $275.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I know where I got it. Let's just put it for $225. And then somebody offered $180. I'm like,
man,
I'll
that's
take
a
$180.
Sick score, dude.
I'll take $180.
A buckaroony.
Yeah, that
is
Drew
$3
Pearson, I
room.
wasn't really hip to it, but
Yep.
it was like a custom like design. He was like a custom designer back then or whatever. And he's got a series of hats.
Yep. All the Drew Pearsons. If you see
And
any of those,
It doesn't
pick those
matter
up.
what team.
Nope.
Like if you see those
Any.
shark tooth
Yes.
The electric bolts, the jagged edge ones.
You guys hit us up.
First, you don't do anything.
Yeah, you don't
call-
do fucking anything.
Nothing.
You call me and say, "Hey, I got a bunch of old hats."
Yep.
And I'll come give you a buck for
They're
it.
really not worth much, to be honest with you guys. So,
Yeah. No, it's cool. And
That's sick, dude.
that's
But
such a sick win, dude.
this weekend, I went to like probably 5 different sales. I
Yeah.
bought one thing. I didn't buy like anything.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
nothing out there. So then I just wasted. Gas is almost $4 a gallon, and I
Yeah.
wasted 6 hours of my life driving around and trying to find something cool, and I didn't find anything to sell.
Yeah, but that's not a waste. I still don't look at it as waste because if you're not doing it,
Right.
you're not active, you're not gonna get the
Yeah,
deal.
I
you're
told
not
myself
gonna
that
get
too.
the
I'm like,
shit.
if I don't come,
It's not.
you're not going to pull the
It's
hat
not
out of
a
the
waste,
basement.
dude. Like what I've been doing, which again you've been super successful in that. Got the eBay page humming. That like
Yeah,
I'm super
selling
jealous of
10,
that because
15 things a day.
Dude, that's
sometimes.
like
now
set it
last
and
3 days,
forget it.
not so much, but
But still.
I don't have anything to post. So if you don't post, you don't sell.
Yeah.
So I've been working different angles, working like the more like reaching out to people, finding marketplace deals, working the middleman, basically being that liaison between the buyer and the seller, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's selling something. I know a lot of buyers. Somebody's wants to buy something. I know a lot of sellers, and I can make that margin off of whatever.
Well,
I'm
and a lot of
doing.
people don't want to put the work in. Like if
Right.
if I have something that's worth $5,000, it's worth $5,000 to a certain person. If you don't find that person, the thing's worth fuck all.
Yes,
And that's why I get irritated with people at yard sales. Not that I'm like irritated. It's their stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one in your garage right now. And they're like, well, this sold on eBay for $100. I was just at a sale this weekend. This sells on eBay for $100. I'm like, I'm in your yard in Belleville.
Right.
And there's nobody asking about it except me.
Yeah.
And it's all wet because you left it out all night. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're too lazy to set up in the morning.
Yeah, sell it on eBay if you want to make the
Right.
premium. Sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
do
Go
the
find
work.
the buyer. Do the work.
Do the
if
work.
you don't want to do the work, then you get
Fuck all.
the lazy price.
Yep. So yeah, man. So that's what I do. I mean, I grind, dude. I hustle. I go above and beyond.
But how many people get a message for anybody to get any traction?
I'm grinding, Jeff. So yes, a lot of people, but sometimes not a lot of people because again, I'm starting to rub the shoulders with the right people. I've got repeat buyers and sellers that I've dealt with in the past. So it just depends on what it is, and I'm trying to hone in on the stuff that I know I can move fast. But a couple big wins lately, just to run through, just a couple of big ones. Super Bowl was a really big win with the Wemby Vanta. So got a Victor Wembanyama rookie Vanta. It's just a super short print card. Market on that is $800 to $900. I scored it for $400. Sitting there scrolling through Marketplace, found the guy selling it for $800. Did not offer him $800. Offered him half. He took it. I went and picked the card up. As I was going to pick the card up, I'm also admin of an actual, Victor Wembanyama fan group that has like 14,000 members all across the world on it. So anything Wembanyama, I can move pretty fast, and especially if it's something like a super short print or an autograph or something. So I had a buyer lined up in France for $800 before I had the card in my hand. I'll say that again. I found the card for $400 at noon on Super Bowl Sunday. I had the card in my hand by 1 o'clock. I had it packed and shipped out by 2:30. Cash in my pocket, $400 profit. Easy peasy. You can do this too. Everyone can do it. You just got to know what the fuck
Well,
you're
it's
looking
instead
for.
of sitting and scrolling
Yep.
aimlessly. Or
I mean, I'm
sitting and watching
scrolling, but
TV.
it's in a different
It's with the
fashion.
purpose. It's looking around.
Yes.
It's constantly, and I'm like, 3 or 4 nights a week, I am packaging. I am taking pictures.
But you're doing the same thing too.
cleaning,
you're scouring,
cleaning things.
estate sale.
I'm looking at
online,
state sales,
all
so I
that,
know
yeah.
which ones to go to. I don't just
Exactly.
show up at them and be like, "Oh, here's something cool."
Yep.
I've looked at that. Now I wasn't looking for hats. I
Yep.
was seeing other things there that looked interesting. That
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, this house has a lot of interesting things. It also looks very cluttered,
Mm-hmm.
and in very cluttered sales, the people didn't get to everything. There's too much stuff.
Yeah.
So you can find things in the bottom of boxes that aren't marked to oblivion because somebody didn't get a chance to look through it.
Yeah.
And it is just sitting in there. So I like cluttered houses.
Oh, yeah.
The real clean people, a lot of people be like, oh, I go to the rich homes. No, because they know what everything is. That's why they got it. And it's going to be marked accordingly. I went to a rich house today after the soccer game, my kid's soccer game. Swung through just because it was on the way home. Why not? Maybe I can unearth something worth
Yeah.
$100. And it was insane how overly priced. Everything was 50, 60, 70 bucks.
Oh yeah.
And the lady's like, well, they're still alive. I'm like, okay, I get it. But why are you even having an estate sale? I guess just to bring people there to buy stuff full price. But
Yeah.
how many people are coming and buying stuff like that? Not usually many.
Right.
People coming to estate sales are looking for a deal.
Oh, absolutely, dude. You
Maybe not yard sale deal, but a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the same thing. I'm looking for a deal when I'm on Marketplace. I'm doing what I'm doing. Turtles Ghostbusters, huge win there.
Yeah. Just pain to ship.
Found a couple out in Fenton. They sold me a Turtles Subterranean hockey set from 1990. It was in mint condition. They sold that to me for a really great value. When I got there, I picked it up, and guys, I could have just left. But me being me, started chatting it up with these two individuals. Turns out they're sitting on a gold mine in their basement. They have tons of vintage Turtles and Ghostbusters toys that their son looks like he barely even played with. So these are all in immaculate condition compared to what's out there in the market. They sold this entire collection to me for like, what was it, $500-$600 or something like that. Again, had that turned around and sold the very next day, the same day. I think it was before I even picked up the toys. I negotiated the deal for the toys on the back end. Already had a buyer lined up at $1,500.
And they knew it was more. But again, people, when they want to get rid of stuff.
Key part of the story. Thank you for reminding me. The couple knew that they could have got more for all of this stuff, but they didn't. They didn't want to take the
and
time.
how much of a pain was it to ship and find the guy?
100. Actually, it was less. It was $135 to ship everything. It was 4 separate boxes. Took me a long time to package everything, but well worth it because, again, when you're talking like making almost $1,000. With just, again, having the knowledge of knowing
for
what you're doing.
And then for me, is I'm set up. I got boxes. I got this. I got that. I got bubble wrap. A normal person doesn't have all that crap.
Right.
And they don't know to get on. So now they didn't realize that they got to go to a old vintage toy or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Facebook page. They got to answer the questions to get to be a member. Then they got to get in there. Then they got to post the pictures. Then they got to talk to 10 people.
Yeah, a lot of people
to narrow
are
down to one guy.
How'd you find a buyer for double what you paid? Well, here's why. There's people out there that collect, and collectors will pay a premium. People like you and me, obviously we're reselling. We're trying to buy low and sell high, but people that collect will pay the premium. So you go and you find that collector. How do you find the collector? There's specialized groups on social media platforms that are filled with these collectors with huge pockets. You just go out and tell them what you got, and you tell them the number, and you grind.
And that's why eBay takes a premium. But I could post something on eBay, like I have something on there now for like $700, but it's a very, very, very niche thing.
Sure.
So it's like I can let it sit on there for 2 years and eventually get my $700.
Yeah.
Or I could probably take a lowball offer, which I've had for $5. Or if I want to make that extra $200, I can go find a buyer.
Yeah.
And have to go find and grind and post and talk and question and message to get it going. So it's like,
but you're making triple.
You gotta weigh. Yeah, you gotta weigh it all
quadruple
out.
what you would make in your
100%.
hourly salary. Like, yes, it took you 2 hours, but you just made $400. So now you're making $200.
Well, that's why generally
that's good money.
Not that I'm a professional at this, but
that's where we're trending towards, Jeff. That's what you got to understand.
If you're buying a large collection of something, you're going to be paying between 30 and 50% of what the total value is, because you're the one that has to go find the buyers, do all the legwork, package it all up,
clean it all up,
clean it,
take photos.
Cleaning it takes forever. Taking the photos, posting, dealing with the bullshit.
Detail posting, not just here's a photo of
some
something.
Of it's
going to
sell right away. Some of it's going to sell a year from now. You're going to spend money on the shipping, packaging, all the time that's invested.
Yes.
So it's like,
and you're taking the risk as the seller at that point, because you're packaging and shipping something, and you and I both know it doesn't always make it there.
Nope.
It doesn't always make
you're
it there.
You're taking a lot of risk.
It's a ton of risk. So that's what you're getting paid for.
Or a lot of times you don't have time to meticulously go through everything.
Right.
And then you get home and realize, like, this guy's arm's fucking broken.
Yep.
And you didn't realize that until you started cleaning it and his arm fucking fell off.
And you know what most people would rather do, Jeff? Sit around,
do nothing,
drink a beer, watch ESPN.
Right?
Nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah. Watch the game, chill.
Nothing wrong with that, unless that's all you fucking do. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If that's all you fucking do, there's a problem. with
Yeah,
that.
get a hobby.
Get
But
a fucking hobby, dude.
my thing, I had a whole life of that, and that was
I was
awesome.
fucking sassy when I just said that. Get a hobby, dude. I was fucking sassy, dog.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I just spent a lifetime doing that, so
Again,
I'm
it's
interested in doing some other stuff. But no, it
Yeah.
takes a lot of time. When I'm watching, if I watch TV, which I don't turn my TV on for days at a time,
I watched.
but I'm sitting there and I'm cleaning something at the
Yeah.
sink. You know?
Well, yeah, I'm watching, and I'm also fucking on Marketplace and doing that whole thing. But another final.
When I've been videotaping and going to be posting some resale stuff, and you can watch me unearth the hat.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to watch one
Which
of those,
my
man.
fucking camera died right before I found that, which
Nah,
kind of sucks.
that does suck. But last little win. This is another real good one. I just want to go through the quick wins. Stefan Castle downtown. Sitting at work at my cube again, working and also doing the side work. Found the buyer. It was a kid who pulled the card out in Edwardsville. He had it listed for market price. Shot him a little low offer. Got it for $1,900. Again, for the third time, guys. In case anyone's counting, for the third time within just a couple months, had a buyer lined up same day. So went and picked up the card. Had a few people on the line at this point. So this is one where I didn't have the buyer finalized before I went and got the card and paid the 19. So it was a little bit of a gamble, but I had enough people, enough interest where I was like, I know this is going to sell quick. I'm in the neighborhood to pick up the card, and I get a call from my buddy Nate. And Nate's like, hey, man, so you got it for sale? Shoot me some pictures. I said, I'll have it in hand in just a minute. 2 minutes, I'll have it in hand. And I did, and I sent him over photos, had it sold for $2,300. So again, if we're counting, $400 profit same day for doing absolutely nothing other than knowing the market, knowing what you're doing, and taking the time to go get it and hustle.
Well, because something like that, if you're going to front up $1,900 to flip, that's a lot of short-term capital to be like, I'm going to tie into this, and then I'm going to have to sit on it for a month. Like, no, you want to have
the
that
last
lined
three
up.
comps were $2,400 on that card. All the comps were above $2,200. And they were all within days. Like, it was a card that's moving very quickly. So you take all that into account. Like, I'm not just buying this card thinking, well, we'll make a couple hundred on it next month. I'll make a couple hundred on it in 2 hours.
Well, and you have to be kind
know?
of tuned into the NBA and understand what the Spurs are doing and
Yes,
and all that.
yes.
So again, it's not.
Or just tuned into the market. Like, I seen that, to be honest with you, Jeff, and I've been watching a ton of NBA. I just seen that Stefan Castle card on the Marketplace for $2,000. And I'm like, well, that's a big card. That's a Spur. Let me see what this is going for. Oh, it's going for $23.24 on eBay. Well, there's already margin here. Let me see what I can get it for. I bet I can move this on the Wimby page pretty quickly, being that it's a Spur. And like you said, I know that they're doing well, but I know Stefan Castle's a baller. I didn't know his market was that high.
Well,
It's high.
and you have to realize too,
He's a rookie of the year.
I'm broke. You're broke.
Yes. Very broke. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Other people are not broke.
Right.
And they have no problem dropping $2-3K on a fucking basketball card. They just don't care.
No, they don't give a
And
shit.
when with the, who would pay $180 for a hat? I don't know.
But there's people, many
Somebody.
of them. Oh, there's someone, Jeff, that would have
Somebody
paid
would've-
$300 for that
And
hat.
it wasn't only listed for a couple of hours, so it's not like it was like some aberration that is never going to happen again.
No, when we're telling you these wins are instant wins. So these are ones that need to be duplicated if at all possible. If you find another Drew Pearson hat, you buy it. And you know that you got to sell. If I find another Ninja Turtle lot like that, like, I know it's selling. So
Yeah, it's done.
this isn't like, it's gambling, but it's not whenever you've been doing it like we've been doing.
There
So
are
anyway,
there are some things that I
good times.
I
man.
take a shot at, but I'm but I'm usually doing it for like $5 or under.
Yeah,
so it's
I know,
like
yeah.
if I end up got to throw it in the trash, who cares?
Yeah.
I've bought a couple things. I bought it was on an online estate sale, and it was one of those. You ever see a lot of smalls, like a lot of small things? Like
Yeah.
And they'll
The
call them
miniatures,
smalls.
the
They just
miniatures
call
or
them
whatever.
smalls. They'll have like a little cardboard box, and they'll be like lot of smalls number 1 or whatever.
Oh, okay, just small. Anything.
Like small little trinkets.
Yeah.
And I bought one because again, looking through this, setting my watch list, and then going through pricing things out before the estate sale happens on a Thursday or whenever I'm watching it. I want to have like a note in this thing to know how much I want to spend on this thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this thing's worth $80. I don't want to spend more than $20 on it. And I put so that I don't get in the heat of the moment and
That's
spend
good.
$26 on this thing
Yeah,
and kill my
that's good.
margin. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But you got to research. You got to spend time researching the pictures. So I see this like glass paperweight, and every once in a while paperweights are pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a good one, but you can buy them for $1 or $2, and sometimes you can hit where like some artist did it or something. But on this one, it was like a teardrop shaped, and it had a Playboy bunny on it. And I have it on my watch list. I don't want to spend any money on it, but there was a comp that was like pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm watching as it goes. Nobody ever bids on it. I get it for $2.
Beautiful.
Of course, I buy some other things. So because when I go pick it up, I'm not just going and picking up this paperweight. So I go pick up my stuff or whatever that Friday. I bring it home. I list it. It sells pretty quickly for over, I think it was like 110 or something.
Fuck yeah.
And it's like something like that where it's like I have no idea what this thing is, but
Right.
it's a $2. Like I'll take a flyer on it. If I got to throw in the trash, I throw in the trash.
Yep.
But it's sold. But a lot of times with, Playboys, there's certain brands or logos that that's
Sure.
like somebody's going to want this for more than $2.
Yeah. People collect everything. You and I know that.
Yeah.
The people that might listen to this do not know that. People collect everything.
Now, would I have bought that if it got to $10, $12,
Everything.
$15? Probably not.
Yeah.
But for $2, I'll take a flyer on it.
Yeah. Well, now you know. Like, that's the thing. Is like, and that's what I was saying earlier that was impressive about like watching you early on, not get as many wins. Still
just
learning.
because you're
but,
buying cool stuff doesn't mean it's going to sell.
well, right is what you thought was cool. Now you know what cool actually is a little bit more. It's that much. You're that much more apt to find the great deal or the great item sitting there because
it wasn't about
you're doing it more.
It
You're
wasn't.
doing it
I would
more.
say it wasn't about stuff I wasn't grabbing. It was about grabbing too much stuff that wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You're more
then you've been
selective,
more
now,
selective,
you know?
and more disciplined.
Yeah.
And also,
Which comes with time, which comes with
and
growth
also
learning,
expanding
you know?
and saying,
Someone
I-
starting out is not going to do
well,
that.
and I sell stuff that I don't like all the time too.
Yeah.
Some stuff, you might get into a situation where you want to be like, oh, I only want to sell cards. I only want to sell toys. But if I'm somewhere and I see like, I can make $40 off that, I'm going to go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got something in there right now that I've sold one other time that if you saw out, you'd be like, what are you doing? But it's like, I don't want to say vintage, but it's just old sealed rolls of wallpaper. I would never normally do that,
Right.
but I saw somebody online do it one time, and it sells for pretty good, like over $100.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a lot, like 8 or 9 or more rolls,
How is that to ship? Is that kind of a pain to ship?
pain in the ass. But if the thing is, like, if somebody's doing a room and you have 11 rolls, then it's like, oh, I can do this whole room.
Yeah.
You know, so it's valuable, I guess, in large quantities like that.
For sure, I can see that.
So I had done it before where I was at somewhere, there's nothing there. I drove out there and I find as I'm walking out like a box with these rolls, and I count them up. There's like 8 rolls.
yeah.
I buy them for $1 a piece. I end up selling them for like $110, right? So I'm like, I just turned $8 into like 100 something. So then again, I'm at doing an online estate.
You can hear yourself. I'm sorry. You can hear yourself through your.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know. I'm getting no audio. Like it's okay.
I think
I got PTSD, dude.
I was gonna say I think we did it the same the same
I know.
thing
I
last
just
time.
got PTSD. So. I'm
And
sorry.
then this weekend, the same thing. I found 11 rolls for $2, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna do it. dude.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
The last one, again, if we talk about a pain in the ass, it all goes in a big square box. Like
Yeah.
I get dog food boxes, it's the same thing. So I get a 50-pound thing of dog food. What's the difference? I put it in a Chewy box. I slap some paper in there to make it tight so it doesn't roll around.
Yep.
And I drop it. I do UPS with big stuff because they give you a better rate. So this shit I bought, I looked it up, the brand. It sells, dude. So I'm like,
Nice.
I think I'm buying these 11 rolls of fucking wallpaper for $2.
Yes. Why
I
not?
listed
$2.
Like right after that night, I immediately get an offer. I decline it. Then I get another message because I got listed for $185. Fuck
Nice.
it. It's 11 rolls.
What was
but
the offer?
the design is like low, like $60 or something. I just listed it.
Which, if anyone's listening, that's already a flip. That's already a buku. Fucking
Yeah, if I want to
profit.
mess with it.
But you know,
But yeah, not ideal. I'd make $50 if I did that. But I know that there's more on there. But then
there's more meat on the bone.
get this.
Jiggy.
Somebody messaged me. He goes, "Do you have any Borden wallpapers? The brand BORDEN." I'm like, Funny thing is, I do because I got 3 extra
Nice.
rolls that didn't match this.
Right.
So I'm like, I do. I have 2. And then I messaged. She goes, oh, I need this. And she sent me a picture of the exact thing. She goes, I need 2 rolls of this kind.
Yeah.
With that design. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't have that design.
Right.
She's like, okay, thanks. But that just goes to show you, there was a random buyer out there looking for 2 rolls of Borden wallpaper in this certain design. So it's like,
And she'll pay it.
and she
top
will
dollar for it.
pay
Yeah.
top quality. Uh-oh.